this session. So we can start coding stuff. So simple how QML structured and how QML can be split in multiple files, how communication works, cover page and cover actions. Okay, so after creating a new project, you will see some QML files already added to your project, and you can edit, you can create new QML files, and this template contains some hello world project, so it just showing sailors hello notification, not notification, just hello sailors text on a UI. So I will start with VNC to show my phone. I need to connect it. Okay, my phone is also in Russian localization, so it should not make something wrong to understand what I'm doing. So after compilation, project will start and we can see what's happening, and I will show you each component of this QML application, how does it look, and some changes, how it will be showed in application. So after starting application, we will see this UI, this application window, and this is first page component. First page component is created when application starting, because this first page is set as initial page component. So you see first page, and this first page QML is loaded when application is started. So we see here page main component describing page. Inside page we see silica flickable component, it using for actions when you dragging page, so you can use your finger. You see this nice finger in VNC interface. So pull down menu, it have just one menu item, show page 2. When you pull down this menu, you see this item. When we opening, clicking show page 2, it loading second page QML file. You can see it here. So this second page QML file is describing next page, which can be pushed to stack. So Sailfish using pages stack component to manage multiple pages, so you can easily grab this page with your finger and drag it backwards to back to previous page. And let's see how this second page works. It have a silica list view instead of silica flickable as in first page. So list views using models, and models are presented on component with a delegate components, which is created for each item in a model. So each item is a separate delegate write item component in this hello world example. So you can see just a label with a item index and a simple click it action, which will show debug output to application with index of this item which have been clicked. I think everybody used this example. So next we just check out how cover action works. Cover component is a special component of Sailfish Silica. It's set in a cover property of application window component. You can see cover page QML. So cover page file is placed under cover subfolder. You can see it, and it contains two standard sections. So it's cover next and cover post. In this example, these sections doesn't do anything. So now we create some actions, and we can see how we can interact with these cover actions, for example, make them configurable, and see. I will show you how it works, and you will see how to do it. Cover action created in a separate component, so it can interact only with application window contents. So from cover page components you can't access over items properties, functions. You can access only global functions and properties described in application window, or any special properties objects maybe which you use it in a global environment. So in this example we can create simple JavaScript functions to see if our cover action is working. I will create two functions. This function, each function will be assigned to one cover action. And I will set application window ID to interact with it more easily. I will name an app window, and in cover page I will set on triggered action to app window, cover action first, and app window cover action second. And I will add simple logging function to see what happened. I just use triggered message. Okay, let's start it. It's compiling. I will change target to use USB IP to make it deploy faster. Okay, it was deployed, and we can check if our cover action actually works. I'm sorry, is my sound okay now? 1, 2, 3. More louder. A little more, okay. Now it's my laptop fan may produce some noise. I tried to isolate it a bit, but seems it useless. So sound is okay now. Okay, cover actions. I added 2 actions. I will use this fancy finger to show what I'm actually doing. So if I use my finger on my phone screen, you will not use how it's moving, actually how finger is moving. So I will use my mouse pointer. So first action is cover next. When it triggered, you can see cover action first triggered. So this function was executed, and when I swipe in over direction, you can see cover action second triggered. So this function was executed. Now I can show you how to create some properties you can change to dynamically adjust functions which will be executed when you trigger some cover action, and how to dynamically change cover action icons. So as I told you, you can only use global properties to manage cover properties. So we just move these property values to app window properties. So I just cut it and write here app window first app window. Oh, something wrong with my keyboard. Window cover action first icon, and assign creating property property string. Use property name, and second this one, this one for second, and second, and we will use this property name for cover icon, and let's make it switch when you trigger. So when we trigger first action, let's change cover action, cover action first icon to second one, and second one the first one, and the same thing for second action. So when we start up, we will have a icon cover next for the first action cover, and you can cover pause for cover action second icon. And when we trigger first action, we should see how action is changed from next to pause, and from the pause to next on a cover. So recompiling and deploying project again to the phone. It started, and we will see if it's working. So I'm triggering this action, and you see cover icons and was worked. You can see pause icon for first action, and next icon for second action. And if I swipe it back, you can see icons return to original position. So this is just a simple example. Actually it does nothing, but it make you to understand, make you to know how to make properties to have changeable, adjustable cover action icons, so you can create some settings in your application and add some option to change actions will be used in cover. So users of your application can decide which cover actions is more useful for them. So let's continue to show you how to adjust actions, how to adjust functions in your settings also. For this action we can't just adjust actually properties set to icons, and to do the same for functions, because functions are not just properties. So we can use a trick to use some indexes, some identifications for actions, and use one single function which will use some property index, and this property index will be used to decide which function to execute. So we can use a switch case statement and execute functions. So if this function will be executed with parameter 0, will be executed first function, cover action first, and if parameter 1 will be passed to this function, so will be executed function cover action second. And we should have additional property integer with cover action index. Set it to cover index first action and the second action. Each property will describe index of function will be executed when user trigger first or second cover action. So you can name it first, second, or left, right to keep it in memory and do not break something. And in cover page you will use only this function, and you pass this property to first cover action. Do not forget to add identifier of app window component to make cover page know if you want to take this property from app window component. So do the same for for the second component, and use this property for parameter. And let's create some other content for changing these icons. We cannot use this anymore, so I will just comment it out. With this example, we just see which function will be executed when we will use first or second cover action. I will rebuild everything again. Okay, deployed, and let's try it. When triggering left cover action, okay, it have executed first cover action first function, and if you triggering second right action, I will see cover action second function was triggered. So in your application settings you can use these two properties to change cover actions icons, and these two properties to change cover action functions. You just creating more functions describing which functionality you want to add to your application, and make users to choose which actions which user want to have in application cover actions. So it's very easy to implement yourself,